What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Durkee Chan. Today I'm going to give you some tips on how I make my fragrances last longer on my skin, alright? Tip number one is apply lotion before you spray your fragrance on. So what I like to do is I like to take some lotion, rub it around my pulse points like my wrists, my elbows, and then I spray my fragrance onto the lotion skin. The reason why I do this is because the lotion helps lock in those fragrance molecules, and because it locks it in, those fragrance molecules slowly evaporate, as opposed to putting on fragrance on a dry skin like my action figure here. If I were to spray it on dry skin, it would cling onto the skin, but it wouldn't have that lotion barrier to protect the fragrance molecules long term. So tip number one is to use a lotion as a barrier, as a protector, as a lock-in for your fragrance. Number two, what I like to do is after I take a shower, while my body's still moist, I spray on fragrance onto my skin. The reason why I do this is because out the shower my pores are open, and they're also very moisturized. So again, the moist skin and the open pores will be more receptive to capturing the fragrance molecules and sealing them in my skin. Tip number two, done. Tip number three, don't rub your fragrance in. So you see a lot of people, definitely in TV shows, they spray fragrances on their wrists and then they rub it in. I don't recommend doing that. The reason being is that when you're rubbing your wrists, you're breaking down the fragrance molecules, and when you break down those fragrance molecules, you're destroying the top notes, you're destroying the mid notes, and overall you're destroying the longevity of the fragrance. So don't rub your fragrances. Now number two, your spray routine. Your spray routine has to be on point, okay? So I like to spray on my pulse points. I'm gonna use my action figure to demonstrate spraying on pulse points. So you can spray on the wrist, you can spray on the inside elbows, you can spray on the chest, you can spray on the neck area. I know my action figure doesn't have a neck because he's too buff. You can spray near the armpits. Alright, you can spray behind the back of the knees. You can also spray the back of the neck, and also your the area in between your neck and your chest. So for me, my spray routine is 2 sprays on each side of the neck, 1 spray on the chest, 1 spray on my back, neck, and then if it's a really, really good fragrance, like let's say a Bleu de Chanel or a Dior Sauvage, then I'll also spray on my armpits and also my shoulders. If I'm going to a concert, I'll spray more. If I'm going to the office, I'll just do 2 sprays on the neck. So really spray on those pulse points, guys, because pulse points have a lot of heat emanating out of there, and that heat will push your fragrance. It will make your fragrance come alive so that it will project more and be more active throughout the night. And then another thing that I like to do is I like to spray on clothes. So clothes like sports coats that you use to wear hiking, dark t-shirts, and materials where it's strong. I like to spray light misting of fragrance on there, just because those fibers in the clothes, they have rougher surface for those fragrance molecules to cling on and to hide themselves in. So over time they don't break down easy like when you spray it on dry skin. So spraying on clothes definitely helps, but definitely watch out. Some delicate clothes like silk, very, very, very bad to spray fragrance on there, because the oils can be very harsh to those natural materials. And then another reason is making sure that I store my fragrances properly. You could check out my video on how to store fragrances properly. I'll probably attach it to the screen if I know how to, or I'll attach it at the end of the video. But storing your fragrances will overall increase the longevity of it, as the manufacturer liked it. And then lastly, if you want to increase the longevity of your fragrance, worst case scenario, if none of these steps work, You just might have to get a travel atomizer, those little vials that you can buy off eBay for like 50 cents a pop, and just pump in these fragrances in there and carry it around and spray it throughout the day. That's the definite way you could get fragrances to last. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.